Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Age of Low Elo, the YouTube channel that provides you with nothing but the finest low elo Age of Empires 2 games. My name is Soren, I'm a low elo connoisseur from Germany and I have the very special honor of casting this amazing matchup. Today we're looking at two champions in the medium low elo range, namely, in the blue at 477 elo, Strype playing as the Poles, as well as in the red at 461 elo, harrytoys playing as the Britons. The Poles are a cavalry civilization. They can build Folwarks, which gives them the unique ability to instantly receive 10% of food from nearby constructed farms. Their villages regenerate over time, and their stone miners generate a little bit of gold when mining stone. Their unique units are the Obuch and the Winged Hussar. The Obuch is an infantry unit that tears the armor of the unit it is fighting, while the Winged Hussar is the stronger version of the regular Hussar. The Britons, on the other hand, are a foot archer civilization known for their high-range archers. Their shepherds work 25% faster, and their town centers get a 50% wood discount starting in Castle Age. Their unique unit is the Longbowman, a foot archer with exceptional range. The map is Arena, everybody's favorite map, no introduction necessary, and guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider clicking on the subscribe button and let's get into this. Another interesting Civ matchup, the Poles are all about cavalry. They have two unique tags that both enhance the usefulness of their cavalry units. First of all, they have Schlachter privileges, which makes their Nightline cost 60% less gold. And they get Legitic Legacy, which enables their scout line to deal additional trample damage. The Poles, they don't get plate barding armor, which means their cav might not have enough pierce armor when fighting the British archers. Also, they don't get ring archer armor, which could become a problem for the Poles when they make skirmishers against the British archers. Speaking of British archers, the Britons, they obviously have the superior archers, which could become a real problem for the Poles due to their lack of ring archer armor. However, the British, they do not get bloodlines, and they also get neither the Hussar upgrade nor the Paladin upgrade, so that is definitely a weak spot for them. Let's see how this goes. And red is indeed very, very busy on this wild boar. Several of the villagers are just standing around, not working. This one is doing nothing. This one is doing nothing. That is very unfortunate, but red recognizes that, and he is, I'm assuming he is going for the second boar already. Nope, he is just standing there enjoying the view. Okay, and red tries again to go for this boar. This is very inefficient. I mean, this truly is low elo. 461 elo, that is quite low. And now they're all just standing there. 9 villagers just standing there doing nothing. That is a very unfortunate. But here comes the second boar, and what is going to happen? Yes, he is getting the boar, but now, once again, 14 villagers, that's way too many. Okay, 5 of them now chopping wood. That is way better. By the way, why not here? Or here, okay. I'm not gonna complain too much. I'm not gonna complain. This is fine. This is great. Of course, both of them using auto scout, no surprise there. Let's check out Blue's economy. Okay, Blue's economy much more smooth. He has how many villagers? 11 villagers on that boar. That is also too many, but that is still acceptable. It's better than 14. 11 is certainly more reasonable than 14. 9 villagers on wood. He is now building a folwark right next to the forage bushes. This is great. This is what we want to see. And the water buffaloes are stacked up neatly next to the TC. Okay, this is fantastic. Reds are the scout snooping around. But this is arena, so nothing to be found. Except, of course, the relic positions. Yeah. 3 relics concentrated very far in the east. 1 in the center and 1 in the west. This is great. Red also building a mill right next to the forage bushes. I always recommend having 1 empty space next to the bushes in order to prohibit this to happen. You know, when sometimes the villagers will then swoop all the way around the mill if the mill is placed right next to the bushes. So we always want to have 1 empty space between the mill and the berry bushes. And this is great. Red has milled the chicken. This is what I recommend. Very great job. Both of them now on the way to feudal age. Blue will be there a little bit quicker. Yeah, this is much better. This is much better. See, now there's an empty space, and now they will not go all the way around the mill to go on to get to the other side. This is great, and let's admire the donkey that is moving inside that mill. Must suck to be that donkey. And red is already building a mining camp next to the stone and next to the gold. Next to the gold is great. Next to the stone, well, maybe he wants to castle drop blue. That would be my guess. And what is this lumber camp? This red likes to build his lumber camps as far away as humanly possible. And here comes a house wall, white, right in the middle of his base. Okay, why not? I'm not gonna be judgy. A stable and an archery range going up at the edge of his base. Very nice. He is already getting wheelbarrow. That is great. Makes his villagers more speedy. And look at this Folwark. Here you can see, if you build farms right within this blue, this blue frame, then you get 10% of the food instantly. Is it still 10%? I'm pretty sure it's still 10%. It was nerfed down to 8% at some point, but I think they went back to 10%. Which is fine, by the way. The Poles really need it, and that is a lot of villagers. 10 villagers on those berry bushes. Forage bushes, excuse me. He has not milled the chicken. That would have been so much more efficient if instead of 10 villagers on those bushes, he would have 5 villagers on the bushes and 5 villagers on the chickens. That would have been a lot better. And red is... He doesn't... he did not have loom. Woo, woo, woo. Red regrets not having researched loom earlier. He lost a villager. And blue lost his scout to his spearman. That is frustrating. But it's okay, because I'm pretty sure that red has already scouted pretty much everything there is to scout. But that is frustrating if your opponent makes monks to snag the relics. Now you don't have a scout on the map anymore. That is very frustrating. He's building a stable as Britons, okay. And a barracks, okay. How about some archery ranges? That would be great. This also quite inefficient to have. There's a lot of decay happening on those water buffaloes. But okay, let's not be too strict. And this is gonna be a market. Alright, yeah. Red needs a market and a blacksmith in order to go up to Castle Age. Let's see. Blue already has a market. Where's the blacksmith? Here is the blacksmith. Very nice. And he is building a lot of farms now. This is great. This is what you want to be doing when you're playing as the Poles. You want to make full use of that, of your Folwarks. 4 villagers on gold. 12 on food. 14 on wood. This is great. Red is getting bloodlines and forging. Okay. That is great. Britons do not get bloodlines, unfortunately, so I don't really know what Red wants to be doing with the stable and those scouts. I don't necessarily recommend going scouts when you're playing as the Britons. The Britons also don't get Hussar. They also don't get the Paladin upgrade, so the British stables, not amazing. Red is getting horse collar, though. That is pretty late, to be honest. How many farms does he have? He has already built 13 farms, now 14. They could have been a lot more efficient. Blue now getting horse collar and double bidex. Always try to get horse collar before building this many farms. It makes such a difference. It gives you 75 additional food for every farm. And okay, it's going to be a lumber camp for Blue here. Blue, I was just going to say, Blue could already go to Castle Age, and he is doing so now. This is great. He has 3 skirmishers and 2 scouts, but Red has more. This is not great. But yeah, look at this. Like, Blue's scouts have bloodlines. 65 HP on the Polish scouts. Only 45 HP on the British scouts. And this is not a great fight for Blue. This is not a great fight. And this Tiger is also getting involved. This is very annoying. Blue does not have any villagers on stone. That is not great. And that's going to be the end for that Tiger. Blue is making skirmishers against scouts. This is not great. Yeah, I mean, skirmishers are great against spearmen, obviously, but they are not great against scouts. And I think that Blue should be a lot more concerned about the scouts than about the spearmen. Blue is now in Castle Age, and let's see what Blue is doing now. And Red moves forward. He almost has enough stone for a castle. What is this? Okay, this is a watchtower. Okay. Yeah. Okay, why not? Why not? Blue is getting husbandry, elite skirmisher, and iron casting. Okay. Blue has 1 of each military buildings. He has 1 barracks, 1 stable, 1 archery range. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Also, he's not producing anything. All he has is 4 skirmishers. Red has 5 scouts and 6 spearmen. And he's building another archery range. Yeah, this is what you want to be doing. Yeah, well, normally, if you're playing as the Britons, I highly suggest building a castle so you can make longbows. Longbowmen. They have a lot more range. Red is going for bowsaw. Yes, you want to be getting that. Blue seems to not be too worried about what is happening in the middle. I really thought that Red was going to castle drop blue because he had villagers on stone so early, but now he's doing pretty much nothing. Now he has 3 villagers just standing there next to the archery range. And he's getting elite skirmisher. Okay, and he's also getting the crossbowman upgrade, I think. Yeah, the crossbowman upgrade. Alright, if you're playing as Britons, I always recommend going for longbowmen, not crossbowmen. But this is fine. Let's never forget the elo this is. This is sub 500 elo. So mistakes will be made. But blue has made some knights that are now being shot by the tower. He is getting thumb ring. Please get another armor upgrade for your knights. He's making a monk. Speaking of monks, no relics have been snagged just yet. I really thought that red would be going to get the relics because he was trying to get map control so early. But apparently not. Okay, these 3 villagers, they are now also mining stone. Very nice. Look at these muscular men. Alright. And blue really doesn't seem to be too worried about what might happen. That monk is just chilling there. And that is going to be another watchtower. Or not. Oh, this is... Okay, it's a skirmisher battle. 2 skirmishers versus 1 red. I highly suggest you gather multiple skirmishers together rather than sending them in one by one. Blue is getting handcard. By the way, blue's knights are patrolling around here. No, they're not patrolling. They're just... Gee. Oh, no, they are patrolling. Yeah, they are protecting the relics, but I don't think that red has any plan to be getting any relics. And here comes blue's monk. Okay, I love this. This is fantastic. Red finally getting some blacksmith upgrades. He's going for fletching, he's going for forging. Okay, this is great. I was just gonna say, like, red does not have any blacksmith upgrades. He does not have ballistics. He does not have wheelbarrow. And here comes the castle. Alright, how many villagers is blue sending? Is he... Oh, no. No. Is this... Please tell me this is not going to be a 1-villager castle. Oh, no. This is... Yeah, and blue will obviously see this, and maybe he will be sending his knights to prohibit this. Red is going for husbandry, he's going for pikemen, he's going for padded archer armor. Alright. Red is finally stepping up his gear, and okay, I was just gonna say blue's knights are coming over, but no, they're not. And here, okay, now we're talking. Red is sending 10 additional villagers to finish this castle. This is great. This is what we want to see. Now blue has a real problem. So far I was gonna say, okay, blue is doing this, but now this is gonna get interesting. And by the way, this watchtower here has still not been built. Let's see if red's villagers are gonna... Yeah, they're going to finish that watchtower. Red has a real problem, although this castle doesn't really range anything. I mean, like, blue can still get all this gold, he can still mine the stone, so this is not really that big of a problem. Both of them very similar in villager numbers. And now blue needs to be careful. Oh no, blue. No. You are losing a lot. You are losing a lot, my friend. The castle is shooting the Polish knights. The watchtower is helping. Blue is in trouble. Blue is in trouble. This is not looking good for blue. 5 villagers in this watchtower and... Okay, this is great. But blue needs to be careful. Blue needs to get out of the range of the watchtower. Yep, this is great. Blue is going for his own castle. This is fantastic. This is what we want to see. This is great. This watchtower will fall quickly. And another... No, red, stop building watchtowers. Stop building watchtowers. Also, red is on his way to Imperial Age. Okay, that is actually huge. That is actually huge. Okay. Yeah, but you see now immediately the castle from blue starts firing away at the watchtower. They always go for watchtowers first before attacking the castle. And right after that, this watchtower will fall. And red needs to be careful. Yeah, those villagers need to run. Okay, and they are doing so. Red is going for a siege workshop. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, and red is making longbowmen. Blue needs to think of something. I like that blue is making a mangonel. Blue is now also on his way to Imperial Age. This is gonna become a trap war. And blue going for masonry. Okay, this is smart. Gives your buildings more HP. This is not more HP, more defense, more armor. And blue's villagers are living life dangerously. This is not great. This is not great. And the castle is firing at them. Red still doesn't have ballistics. Neither of the players has ballistics. And red's pikemen have made it into blue's base. This is not great. And a pikeman is attacking a mangonel. Okay, but the pikeman is gone. Okay, crisis averted. But red is now in Imperial Age and he's not making any traps. Red, please make some traps. Stop making longbowmen and make a trap. Blue now has ballistics. Red is going for wheelbarrow and capped ram. Yeah, the capped ram upgrade is fantastic. Highly recommended. Very cheap. But I'm not sure if I would be going for rams here. I would certainly prefer if he just made a trebuchet and then put it here and then just trap down this castle. If he manages to do that, then he can, afterwards he can just trap down this gate. And then he's in. And then he basically won. And this is a lot of Obuchs. I don't necessarily know if Obuch is the play against Britons. Because the Britons can always make longbowmen and then shoot your Obuchs from afar. And what is this? Red, what are you... Why are you attacking this wall? Attack the gate. Because even if you destroy this wall, then there's still the market in the way. And boom! That was a nice mangonel shot. And another one. Oh, very nice. Blue is a beast with his mangonel. Okay, the mangonel goes down. And yeah, blue can now just repair the market. No problem. And red's rams are all going to get destroyed. KD still pretty much even, 52 to 49. Very nice. Blue is building a castle with one villager and he deletes it. He deletes it. All right. That is actually smart. Blue is pretty much out of military. All he has is a couple of Obuchs. It is not looking good for blue right now. Blue is going for murder holes. That is great. Murder holes always recommended. Red is going for cavalier. The British player is going for cavalier, while the Polish player is still on knights. Okay. Blue is going for that mangonel, and he's going to get it. But that was very costly. He lost a lot of knights there. Blue does not have Schlachter privileges. It reduces the gold cost of his knight line. And he now has cavaliers. Red finally going for ballistics. By the way, Red, how about a few more blacksmith upgrades? That would be fantastic. And also make some traps. Red is still making capped rams. Please make some traps. See, now blue has a trap on the field. Now blue has a trap on the field, and what is red going to do now? What is red going to do now? This is very infuriating. Red has the superior eco though. And his resources are looking fantastic, by the way. Blue does not even have a market. And red is attempting to repair the castle. Oh no, he is sending the villager forward. No, 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 no. Red, for some reason, is sending even the villagers forward to destroy these traps, but it's not going to happen. The Obuchs are already there. The Obuchs are already there, and the castle is down. Red has lost his castle. He has to now build another castle to still be able to make longbowmen. That is very infuriating. This could have been averted if only Red would have made some traps. He had such a successful castle drop. And a watchtower. When you're in Imperial Age, you should not be building watchtowers anymore. They are not strong enough. And they cost too much for what they do. And now they're pretty much equal in military numbers. Blue is housed. He needs to panic up more houses. He is building a market in the south now, which is great. And that is a lot of houses. That is a lot of houses. Very nice. Oh, and look at the market abuse from both of them. Look at the market. Harry's Toys sold 1,700 wood for 238 gold. See, this is why you want to be getting some relics. Blue has 2 relics, red has 0. Red has so much map control. He has a relic right here next to his base. And he's not getting it. He could so easily be getting this relic and this relic. He could have 3 relics right now, maybe even more. But nope, he doesn't think about that. Oh, blue is amazing with mangonels, despite just losing one. But this is, keep in mind, this is sub 500 elo. This is actually fantastic. Elite Obuch on the way for blue now. Red should also be thinking about getting elite longbowmen. Elite longbowman, 35 wood, 40 gold. Very long range, amazing unit. Obuch's 55 food, 20 gold, also incredible. But not necessarily the unit I would be going for if my enemy is making longbowmen. Blue should certainly make more skirmishers, and yes, he is listening. 31 elite skirmishers in the queue. And this is a real problem. Red needs to repair that trap. Oh, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Oh boy. Blue has more military. The trap goes down. Red needs to make more military. He's going for a halberdier, which is great, but keep in mind, blue has a lot of skirmishers. And skirmishers do so much bonus damage against halberdiers. But I understand why red is making halberdiers. One of my favorite units, so cheap. And now elite longbowman is on the way. Onager also on the way for red. And this is gonna get interesting. Yeah, the halberdiers are falling like nothing. Halberdiers and longbowmen versus skirmishers. Ah, this is not great. This is not great. But here come the British Cavaliers. Blue should really stick to making skirmishers. Skirmishers are amazing against the Britons when they are making longbowmen and halberdiers. Blue is getting the light calf upgrade. Please get Schlachter privileges and make more knights, make more cavaliers. Yeah, this is going amazing for blue. This is going amazing. Look at the KD now, 163 to 117. That was an amazing fight for blue. Very well done. And red does not have murder holes. Nope, he does not have murder holes. And blue is doing amazing. He has the score lead. He's now going for Winged Hussar, which is fantastic. I hope he also goes for Legitic Legacy, which makes their Winged Hussars do additional trample damage. The Watchtower goes down. And red is flabbergasted. He thought he had this in the bag, but no, he does not. And unfortunately, he does not have murder holes, so this castle is literally going down to cavaliers. And of course to those traps over here. Blue is getting Blast Furnace. And he is moving forward. Chase the traps. They're so expensive. And Onager going down for red, and blue is now destroying everything. He is now taking over the map control. Red had map control the entire game, but now blue is destroying everything. And red has nothing at home. Red has nothing at home. Don't hold the gate open. Don't hold the gate open, please. Now blue is finally going for Schlachter privileges. Now he can make cavaliers at a 60% gold discount. Red is going for bracer finally. But it is probably too late. Red needs to... Okay, yeah. Red needs something to produce more units. But how many longbowmen can he actually make? He does not have any relics. Longbowmen costs 35 wood and 40 gold. Yeah, he could be making 33 longbowmen. He has so much food. Food price is still very decent. Red should really consider selling some food to get gold. And then use that gold to make a lot of longbowmen. Blue now also going for Legitic Legacy, which means his Winged Hussar are going to do trample damage. That is fantastic. Red is making Cavaliers and Halberdiers. Stop making Cavaliers. They cost too much gold. You need all your gold to make longbowmen. And red is going for yeoman. Okay. And he's going for ring archer armor. The Britons have 2 unique tags, obviously. Here, yeoman gives their foot archers and skirmishers plus 1 range. That is great. And he should also be getting Warwolf to make his trebuchets stronger. But right now, all he needs to do is focus on making more military. Because right now, blue has 113 military with more in the queue. Red only has 25. Red needs to be quick. He needs to make a lot of units. Stop making trebuchets. Red, stop making trebuchets. You need... Trebuchets don't help you when you don't have any units to protect those trebuchets. And red is sending villagers forward. Okay, just to mine some stone. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. Blue does not even attempt to re-wall his base. He doesn't even care. There's a massive hole here, there's a massive hole here, but blue does not care. Here are the Winged Hussars. Very powerful when they have all the upgrades. Like Legitic Legacy. Which means they do trample damage. An amazing unit. And this is a very strong army composition. He has Winged Hussars, he has Cavaliers, and he has Elite Skirmishers. That is a fantastic composition. Simply because the only thing you can really do against those Winged Hussar is to make a lot of Halberdiers. But when you make Halberdiers, and then you're also up against Elite Skirmishers, yeah, you have a problem. And, oh, those are 3 onagers, and they are accomplishing nothing. They are not even shooting. The onagers are not shooting. They are all going down. All the onager for red went down. That is frustrating, and blue is in. Blue is in red's base, and he is wreaking havoc. All the Winged Hussars from blue have gone down, at least the ones that were in red's base. Red is attacking Winged Hussars with his trebuchets, and he is very successful at doing so. Alright. I like that both players are making a lot of siege. Normally players at that elo... No, 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 don't let them in, don't let them in. Oh, this is frustrating. This is so frustrating for red. He's losing a lot of trebs to those elite skirmishers. And here comes some Obuchs. And this trap is also going down. Oh, this is frustrating. This is frustrating, and red is queuing another trebuchet. Stop queuing trebuchets, please. You need more military production buildings. And another trap going down, and another trap going down, and this is going to be the final one. And as soon as this trap is down, I don't think that there's anything red can do now. Red is out of gold, and he doesn't have any relics. Blue has 3 relics. The town bell has been rung. This is a problem. This is a real problem. Red cannot even make any more longbowmen. Blue is in red's base, and blue's trebuchets, 4 trebuchets, are firing at red's castle. As soon as this castle is down, red just cannot produce anything anymore. And he's losing with almost 5,000 wood and almost 9,000 food. That is infuriating. All he has left is 2 barracks, and that's the end of the game. No GG has been called. But hey, I get it. This must be frustrating. Red must think, oh my goodness, how did I throw this one? And yes, that is a good question. He had such an amazing early game when he castle dropped blue, despite being very tardy to the party. He was very late at castle dropping his opponent, but at least he did it. Yeah, that must be frustrating. Great comeback from blue. Blue played amazing. He did not freak out. He made more units. He made traps. That was red's biggest mistake. He didn't make traps from this castle and to shoot down this castle. That was his biggest mistake. Let's see. Blue has made 123 elite skirmishers, 70 elite Obuch, 67 cavaliers. Red has made 129 halberdiers, 40 elite skirmishers, 26 elite longbowmen. All right, let's check out the statistics. Here's the score. Here's the military. Here's the economy. Resources collected. Red was actually slightly ahead. That is crazy to me. All right, let's see. Technology. Society. Villager max for red. Much higher. And let's check out the APM. Also, most of the time, red's APM was higher. Blue played amazing. He did not freak out. He made a trap and then shot down red's castle here. And then he simply outproduced his opponents. He made a lot more military units. He had a great army composition. Maybe he made a few too many Obuchs. In my opinion, he should have gone for Winged Hussar a little bit earlier. But apart from that, amazing job. He made a lot of elite skirmisher, which is exactly what you should be doing against the British. Amazing game. Guys, if you liked this game just as much as I did, please consider clicking on the subscribe button. Please consider clicking on the like button, and I will see you in the next video.